What's going on, everyone? Madness80 here, back with some Overwatch. So I wanted to take a look at, and this is at the request of a lot of you, the Figma figures so far. So we got, I believe, D.Va dropping either at the end of this month or beginning of next, and a few others to round out the year, Zenyatta and I forget which other ones. But yeah, let's just, here are the four released so far. We got TRACER, we got Widowmaker, we got REAPER, and we got Genji. I think in order of release was TRACER, Genji, ooh, my brain. Either one of these two. But fantastic releases so far. TRACER, technically being the only character here that we've seen come from Hasbro as well. REAPER in another skin. We got Carbon Fiber Genji coming in a GameStop exclusive 4-pack for the Overwatch Ultimates line, and no sign of Widowmaker from Hasbro at all. These, so as with most imports, Japanese imports, you are getting what you pay for, and you know what you're getting for. You're getting, a Hasbro figure is just not going to pull this pose off. You're getting multiple faces. You're getting, like, at least 2, 4, 6, 8 pairs of hands. You're getting effects, multiple effects. You're getting other accessories. You're getting flight stands and just stands. You're getting bang for your buck with Figma and most Japanese imports such as SH Figuarts. But let's say you don't want to pay 50, 60, 70, sometimes 80, $90 for an import. You know, Hasbro has your back. TRACER being, again, the only release from the Overwatch Ultimates line to have a Figma counterpart so far. And this is just, I mean, based off of the skin. We did get a Blackwatch Reyes to match the REAPER back there, but I mean, aesthetically, we know the REAPER with the mask and the hood is the cooler REAPER. We'll do a closer comparison later. Yeah, but for now, let's just go ahead and dive in on each figure one by one. So real quick, we'll look at TRACER. If you want to see an in-depth review, I got a closer look video of TRACER that mostly focused on the Overwatch Ultimates TRACER. We want to look at the Figma one. So someone was kind enough to point out, I'm missing a piece here, and I honestly can't tell you if mine came like that or it fell off at some point. I don't have any photographs of it with it. So she's missing this metal piece. I'll live, I think. I don't know. It's really annoying. But look how gorgeous this face is. You saw real quick. Again, please reference the other video. This one's a little taller. The Hasbro one. Different colors. I guess this is more closer to the source material. It is, I mean, with the orange visors and stuff. But this TRACER comes with multiple faces. Figma just does that. So again, you're getting with what you pay for. Remove the hair there. Just pop the face right off. Pull the face right off. And Widowmaker is the only other figure with a removable face, or with, has a face with expressions. REAPER and Genji are both wearing masks. But there's our determined TRACER. Here is our yelling TRACER. Oh, that's the thing about these Figmas, man. There's so much to go over, and I don't know how detailed I'm gonna be. Very, I thought she was yelling. She looks like she's, making her little TRACER sounds. Every time I see this, this annoys me now. I don't even know where it would have gone if it did fall off. It doesn't look like it's a removable piece. It just looks like I don't have it. Anyway, let's stop focusing on the negative and focus on the positive. Again, you get, these joints are smooth. Buttery smooth on all elbow. You got that faux bicep up there. You got your double jointed elbows. So again, Figma, they hook you up. You get multiple hands. Look at this. This is something, and I'm not bashing Hasbro at all. I love the Overwatch Ultimates line, and I hope it's doing well, and I hope it continues. But I mean, multiple hands, fists, saluting. Little, what is that? Is that a wave? I don't wave like that. Why is your thumb right there? Yeah, but such bang for your buck. The flight stand. Every single Figma comes with this flight stand. You got the cool Blizzard logo on there, just to remind you not to mix up with your other Figmas, since a lot of them come with those stands. Hole in the back. Awful pose, but you get what I'm getting. If you Southern California is prone for earthquakes. Well, I guess not really, not in many years, but you know, if you want a good sturdy look for your tracer, you got your stand there. If you want an action pose for your tracer, you got that as well. Again, it's all about that bang for your buck. You are definitely getting what you pay for with Figma. Again, each figure with stands, each figure with multiple hands. This isn't even her. This is Widowmaker's hands. Her hands are right here. This is, yeah, look at that face, man. It's so expressive. Each face is very expressive. Each figure is very detailed, painted very well. Again, $20 figure versus, let's just say 60? I don't recall. She's one of the smaller ones. But yeah, not bad, man. Both are worth it, in my opinion. So we'll just leave her here while we bring in the next character, Widowmaker. So technically, we don't have a Hasbro figure to compare to. We do, I don't even know why I mentioned this. There is a third-party figure. I couldn't tell you who it was from. They've done Widow, they've done Bash. They might not even be the same company, honestly. But this is our only representation of Widowmaker for the moment. I'm sure Hasbro's cooking up something. It makes me wonder if there's going to be an SDCC exclusive. I'm thinking not. I'm thinking there's going to be a BlizzCon exclusive figure instead, available on the Blizzard website. I have no details. This is all just speculation. It just makes sense to me with BlizzCon this year in November. They would opt for, I mean, there could be a convention exclusive sold at SDCC, sold at BlizzCon, sold other conventions across the country. But that's my guess, is we'll see. If there is an Overwatch exclusive, it'll probably be a skin, recolor skin of somebody we either already have or don't have yet. It'll be at those conventions. Sorry, a little rant. That's me, you know, and I'm just hoping. I'm going to BlizzCon. I'm not going to Comic-Con. I'm going to BlizzCon. I go to BlizzCon every year. I got friends who also like to go, and we're big World of Warcraft, Overwatch fans, Diablo fans, so on. But yeah, this figure is fantastic, man. Look at that face. Now, this isn't the face she comes with in package. Where is that face? Let's dig that up. Oh, goodness. I already lost that face. We're just going to bring the box onto frame here. This is her standard Widow face. So her visor comes off again, just like the Tracer. You got this cool little peg here, which pegs into the face. And this is kind of, you know, if you get imports, you're used to this. A lot of figures have, whether it's Bandai, whether it's Figma or Good Smile, they have they're just that detailed. Look at that. Goodness, that's such a good face. She also has, so for those who know, her complete, now I don't know if this goes over, yeah, it does go over her face. Cool. So this is when she uses her ultimate. She can see through walls, help the team out. Technically when she snipes and all that, but this figure is fantastic, dudes. Look at that paint, that shimmer in that paint. Her Widow tattoo, I mean, while I was rambling, I was looking at all. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure you guys speak French, if that is French. Yeah, let's look at her gun. Let's get a closer look at her gun. Ooh, look at that. You can't because it is not in focus, but look at that now. It's got her Widow on there, a little W. Same thing on the other side. This is a nice piece, man. She also has it compacted. Where's it at? Right here. I lied. This is a separate piece. This is, you know what this is, when it comes with the compacted version when she's using it as an automatic. So you'll split here. You can't even tell with this, with the way this is sculpted and molded, but you split right here. Slides in and out real easily. Remember this part? This technically, you pretend the hinge is there and it goes down. And then you just snap it in. Let me look at this on camera. There we go. And this is now an automatic again, when she's not using it down scope. She also comes with her poison, a little poison grenade or bomb or launcher. You can just stick that, you know, if you had some sticky tack, stick it there. If you're doing some displays, throw it on the ground. Smoke effect. And she comes with her cool grapple. So this is just her standard Figma peg. I don't know why they don't like to leave their holes empty. Reaper came with some stuff like that. So you would pop the hand off, pop the forearm off, pop this in, pop whatever hand you want in, and this is her grapple. So those of you who are skilled, grapple, launch up, and then quickly snipe before you hit the ground. That's an achievement in the game. You gotta be pretty skilled for that. Easier to do on PC than it is console, naturally. But yeah, she comes with a ton of accessories. What am I doing? Just gonna be like cotton heel, no leg, no shins. Anyway, let's get that other face back on. I just prefer it. It's so much better. Good Lord, what is that? Someone's outside screaming. Someone's dying on my block, and I'm here doing figure reviews. I'm sure she's fine. Anyway. Yeah, man, this is a strong piece. Ponytail, up, down, tilt. You got ball shoulders. You got that, you got a twist here at the forearm. You don't got bicep. You got this little flappy up there. Typical Figma ball hinge that rotates, you know, depending on where you're going. You can turn that, and then so you can up, down, left, right, dice, all that stuff. Nice diaphragm. You can do the pull down method to get some more length and to get further out. She was a ballerina, so, you know, do the splits, so on. Push this back before you push it all back up. Double jointed knees, no thigh cut, but it's okay. You got a great range from the ball there. No boot cut. And rocker and hinge. Are you focused on her? What is going on? Obviously same on the other side. And again, the ponytail, which is on a ball hinge there. So, I mean, if you're gonna pose her upside down, sniping, all that stuff, you can, obviously you want gravity to take effect. And there you go. Awesome. This is one of my favorites of the 4 so far. You know, they're all good. Oh, you know what? Definitely, yeah, one of my favorites of the 4. I'm just thinking of, we'll get to Genji. I'm interested to see what Hasbro does with Genji. But again, flight stand, little baggy, little thing of hands. To get your various, you know, triggers, fists, grip, palms. Fantastic. I mentioned the bagging. I didn't show this off with TRACER, but if you're gonna be someone, I don't throw away my import boxes, but they give you a baggie. You could throw all your accessories in here, save some space, be smart, don't be OCD, don't save those boxes. I don't know why I save the boxes of the imports. I'm not gonna resell them unless, you know, I need to, but let's move on. Reaper here, real quick. Hasbro Reaper, Blackwatch Reyes skin, not as cool as classic Reaper, of course. So runs a little taller. Naturally, the Japanese imports run a little shorter across Bandai and Figma. Can't wait to see what Hasbro does. You know, some of you don't want to drop the price, or don't want to drop the money because of the price of the Figma version. That's fine. That's awesome. Hasbro, I'm sure, will get your back. Just know it's not, you know, this, I've done this with this figure, that's a pain. You know, he has the butterfly joints, but it was still rough to do. So you can do your best. Let's get him off screen. This guy here, let's bring him in close. Awesome, man. Look at that. This is Reaper indeed. Repent. So mine, and maybe yours over time, the joints get a little loose. So he has a blast effect. Let's pull that out right now. I want him to do Death Blossom, but the weight of the weapon slash blast effect and just the arm being extended out. See, it's just, there you go. It's just drooping on its own. Now it's touching my hand. So look at that. That's a bummer. It happens. Do the whole nail polish trick or floor polish trick on the joints if you're so inclined. But yeah, man, I mean, here he is without his, I was gonna say maybe we haven't seen him without his hood, but the Dracula skin is pretty close. It's kind of like this. So as you can see, the hood has 3 points of 3 points to clip at, two in the front, one in the back. Holds pretty well. I kind of hesitated there. There we go. Okay. But yeah, again, the guns are fantastic. Let's look at those. He has multiple hands, as mentioned, and then there's the peg hole. Focus on the peg hole. What are you focusing on? He has like this cool dumbbell in there that helps you go out this far, come in this much. Again, I had his arms crossed pretty much. Diaphragm joint there. Again, the head is hindered, but you know, you got movement at the base of the neck. You got movement at the base of the head. So I hate looking at it without that. So this feels cheap, man. I feel this takes a dive off a shelf onto a hardwood floor. That is it. This is gonna snap off and you're gonna cut yourself with some cheap plastic. So pliable. It's just kind of resting in there, wrapped around the thigh. Out that far, forward that far. It's got a great hinge there. You can't even pull. Well, I guess you can there. So he doesn't have that thigh cut, but he has that same twist as Widowmaker. Can you pull this down too? Kind of. Anyway, hinge and rocker, and these could come off. They're kind of annoying. Oh, there you go. Is mine getting glued? I think this is supposed to be glued in. I don't know, but he does have toe articulation. So there you go. See, I knew that once I was gonna take this off, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to stay in there. Is it glue? Why come off then? What are you doing to me, Figma? Oh goodness, I'm gonna lose that. I'm gonna lose that. So there he is. He is a strong figure. He is awesome. One of the cooler looking of the bunch, but I still think Tracer and Widow are up there for me. Let's get, before we get into Genji, let's bring in Hasbro's Soldier 76. Drop them in here just to see how these all fare together so far. So again, the Hasbro figure is taller, but they look good together, if I say so myself, man. So again, if you're gonna dabble in both, dabble in both. I'm gonna dabble in both. I like to see what Hasbro does. I like to see what Figma does. Next figure, as I mentioned before, is gonna be D.Va. So we'll get D.Va Figma before we get Hasbro Figma. Goodness. Okay, we'll get D.Va Figma before we get Hasbro D.Va. Hasbro, the first look at D.Va we'll have is in the GameStop 4-pack, which I believe comes out end of August. And that's her Midnight skin, which was just dropped in the most recent anniversary event. So let's move on. Just as I was about to move on, I forgot about Reaper's hand. So he doesn't come with a cool little stand like everybody else, the little purple hand holder. Each hand comes with their own individual like peg here. So I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the size of the hand. There's only one size of hand holder, but I mean, as you can see, I haven't even opened all the other hands yet. So yeah, let's move. All right, finally, Genji. So I'm kind of cheating this pose here. I don't think the hand is really connected. See? But I mean, you can even come this close, I'm sure, with the Hasbro, when Hasbro releases it, their Genji. So their Genji's coming out in a 4-pack. First look at Genji. It's going to be carbon fiber Genji, I believe. So, but this figure looks fantastic. But he is kind of, out of all of them, pain in the ass to pose, pain in the ass to move around. I don't know why. It's probably the armor. But damn if he doesn't look good. Look at that pose, man. So, no, that's weird. But yeah, he was the second to release. See, with what's his name, Reaper, you're able to kind of hide these with his little shoulder pads, but these not so much. Similar to the Rebel Tech line, where you're gonna get these ugly looking joints, but man, do they make for cool poses. Again, joints on him are just as smooth. You guys' little thing there, what have you, on a ball, removable, can look up that far, down. Again, moves at the neck, moves at the base of the head. Get some great tiltage, so. He does come with some cool ass accessories like this throwing star hand. But he also has a hand with throwing stars in him. So let me pull that out. So, you know, his hand, that's his throwing weapon in the game, basically what he shoots with, in quotes. A lot of cool poses can be done with this guy. So I took his sword out. You can pull the sword out of the hilt there. And now that I have it out, you can plug that back in and make it seem like it's in. Did I have it the right way? That seemed easier. There you go. He also, same with his little, God, I'm blanking on all the names here, but he also has one. And it's the same mechanic. You just pull the hilt out. And poof, you got an arm. There's the hole for his stand. Yeah, he goes real well. Let's bring out Soldier. 76. I mean, you could say it's because he's a Japanese man. He's a little shorter, but again, these run small. Yeah, he's not my favorite of the bunch. He's rad in game. I loved using him. I got both his achievements. It's fun character. But in terms of, I mean, maybe mine is just loose. I don't know. He's just weird. He's shaped weird. He's not proportioned normally, which is not his fault. That's his design. But in terms of an action figure, it's kind of annoying. So there you go. These are the 4 released so far. So let's get, before we sign off, this bad boy. Let's back up to, oh, I love this guy. Let's get Reinhardt in here. Now, again, with your action shots, it's not gonna matter, you know. Oh, should we get it in Genji? No, look at that. God, he's huge. You haven't picked this dude up. He's definitely one of my favorite of the year so far, across all toy lines. A lot of people don't know who he is. Whatever, he is rad. So, when we scale well together, God, what a mess. Look at this, see? So we should get TRACER in there. So yeah, mix and match if you have to. Let's get them in frame. Yeah, mix and match if you have to. There's no harm in that. So I don't know. I think they scale well together. I mean, this Reinhardt $50 figure, 60 depending on where you go. I think it's 50. Scales well. If you know, if Figma does release this, God, what is the price going to be on that? You know, that's going to be almost $200-300 figure. I'm over that. I don't want to do that anymore. So, I mean, if you're strictly Figma, Ryan and a few others might be worth getting. But, I mean, Figma has a good roster set out. We know what's coming for, like, 5 figures. We know D.Va's coming, Zenyatta's coming, Pharah's coming, Mercy's coming, McCree's coming. I can't wait for them to do Soldier, as I mentioned before. Hope you've enjoyed that. I'll take a look at D.Va when she comes in. Probably a solo review. If I hang on to that, we'll do another Figma so far for 28.19, but I don't think we're going to get a lot more drops than the 2 that are coming. So Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm sure there's things I left out. There are things I left out. I'm looking at Reaper's little swirly accessory. I mean, what do? You just lay it on the floor, but whatever, you get that. My reviews aren't reviews, they're quick and dirty, but I still appreciate you checking them out. So, see you next time, guys.